This is a Ledger hardware wallet tutorial. I'm going to go through getting the device set up out of the box and then getting it set up with Ledger Live so you can have all of your wallet addresses there and send coins in and out of the device. Timestamps for everything in the description below. The link to the official Ledger shop as well will be down there, and some other really helpful videos that you may need, all in the description. Whether you get the Ledger Nano X or S, you should have the same things in the box, which is obviously the Ledger device, a cable that goes from the device, which is USB-C, into a USB-A, so you can plug it into a computer. Really important, when you check the box, make sure nothing is compromised here, and make sure that the recovery phrase cards that you get don't have anything written on them. If they do, that is really bad news. And so just make sure that everything is, brand new and there's nothing pre-filled in, and you should be fine. Also, just make sure that you're buying your Ledger from the right place. The official shop, they send worldwide. As I said, I'll link that in the description. Don't buy anything cheap from some random website. Make sure you're getting it from the official shop, and then you know that you shouldn't have any problems. To turn the device on initially, just hold the black button on the left. If you hold that down long enough, you'll see the Ledger logo come up. And if it's a new device, it's going to go through some options for you. And then it's going to ask you to choose a PIN. Now, this can be between 4 and 8 numbers. Once you've typed in your PIN and confirmed everything, if it is 4, then the 5th PIN number is essentially going to be like a tick. So you can scroll around and see until you see the tick. If you only have 4 numbers, press tick or, correct, and then it will go through. If you have all numbers, then you'll just have to obviously put all 8 digits in there. And then at the end, just confirm that, and it will go through once you've put the correct PIN in. We'll then go through to the recovery phrase. This is the most important part of the setup by a million miles. It's really, really important. Now, both the Ledger Nano X and Nano S now have 24 words as a recovery phrase. Now, this 24 words is so important because this is essentially the password to your wallet. Now, remember that crypto wallets are not stored on this device. They're stored on the blockchain. All of your coins at all times are on the blockchain, as well as your wallet. This device is just simply a hardware device that keeps a couple of important things, namely the keys, which allow you to sign transactions. The 24 words that you're going to get right now, though, allow you to reload the exact same wallet on a different device. So if you lose this particular hardware wallet or it breaks for some reason, you can just reload the exact same wallets on a different device. And so it's actually these 24 words that are the most important thing. You can just cycle through all of these words and write them down on the recovery sheets that they give you, or you can write it down on your own notepad, or Ledger actually do these metal wallets where you can keep your recovery phrase as well. They're a little bit expensive. You might be able to get cheap ones on Amazon, but it's basically a metal version of a notepad, so that once your words are there, they're not going to get damaged by water, they're not going to fade away, or even get damaged by fire. So you may want to invest in one of those as well. Now, we actually need to use Ledger Live if you want to set up some what they call accounts, which is basically, blockchain accounts and wallets that we can send crypto to and that we can get our wallet address. So download the Ledger Live software on your computer. I suggest doing it on your computer before setting it up with your phone. It's just easier that way. So if you go to the official Ledger site, I'll make sure to link everything in the description to make it easy and that you're going to the right place. You'll obviously get the Ledger Live software, go through and download that for your computer. And then if you're new, now it won't look like this. It will be, start a new device, right? So it will say, have you got a Nano X or Nano S set up? You can just click yes. It's going to take you through some options there, but it will ask you basically to set up the Ledger Nano with Ledger Live. If you are brand new as well, there'll be an orange bar at the top that will ask you just to download the latest firmware for the actual hardware device. And obviously you can get updates for the Ledger Live software very regularly as well. So make sure everything's updated. It should automatically link your device and the Ledger Live right there. So once it's linked, what you can do now is go to your manager. This is how you're going to update some of the accounts that you want. So if you go to manager and just click on this, it's going to take you through to the device that you're going to have to confirm. So make sure your device is plugged in. It says allow manager on your device. You can flick around on your device to either allow or deny everything. So I'm just going to allow that by clicking both of the buttons, and that lets me into the manager. Now the manager is the place where you can download applications. So this is how it works on Ledger. Every blockchain, they call it essentially an application. You need to download the application first before getting accounts, which is going to be your wallet and your wallet address. So if you own some Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're going to want to download those first. Depending on what ledger that you get, I think they both have around 100 megabytes, so it should be plenty for most people. And you can see some updates that I've got updates available, so you want to make sure that all of the apps are updated because the blockchains update over time, and so Ledger is going to want to update as well. Down towards the bottom, you can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. On the right hand side, just click install if not done already. That will install the app on your device. You can do that through Ledger Live, and then on the device itself as well, you should see some icons come up for each and every blockchain. It will be the logo of the blockchain, and once it's installed, you can install as many as you want for the blockchains that you want. Also really important is that you'll see most blockchains are what's known as Ledger Live supported, and that means you can do pretty much anything. You can send and receive coins and do what you want directly within Ledger. Some blockchains don't though. For example, Avalanche still requires what they call a third-party wallet. So there's a little bit more that you have to go through. You can download the app for sure. Actually, specifically with Avalanche, you don't need to. So essentially with Avalanche, what you can do is just use the Ethereum application and then link your Ledger Live up with MetaMask and just use Avalanche through MetaMask, but confirm everything through the Ethereum application on your Ledger. I'll get to that during the MetaMask section of this video. Most though are supported with Ledger Live, which means that you can send and receive coins really easily and set up wallet addresses directly within Ledger Live and on your phone as well. But just get them installed for the blockchains that you want to use. Once you've downloaded the apps on your device, we're now going to go over to accounts and get some wallet addresses and actually set up accounts. So we go over to the left-hand side and click accounts right here. You'll see that I've already got accounts set up for some cryptos that I'm holding on this device. So, Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever that you want to add, you can add that in right here. Come up to the right-hand side, click add account. Now you're going to choose the crypto asset. So choose, any account that you want to add an account for. So for example, Polkadot right here, press continue. And then on the device, you're going to have to confirm that on the device and it's going to show you the accounts. So that's a very simple process. Just click whatever one that you want to add as an account, Bitcoin, Ethereum, go through, confirm it on the device, and then that will be confirmed for you. And it will just come up here as an account very simply. Now you can actually delete these accounts as well if you want. So you can come up to Bitcoin, for example, if you right click on here and then go to edit account. On the bottom left, you can see remove from portfolio. Now, really important here is that you can remove this account from Ledger Live and it won't be seen anymore, but all of that crypto stays on the blockchain in that wallet. So you haven't deleted the wallet, you haven't deleted any of the crypto from that wallet, you've just deleted it from Ledger Live and it's not an account that is seen in Ledger Live anymore. All of that crypto is still there. So what you can actually do is just go back to add account again and then click on Bitcoin if that's the one you deleted, go through and confirm it on the device, and then it will actually reload the previous wallet with all of the coins in there. So really with your accounts, what you're doing is just adding them into Ledger Live to say, hey, this wallet has been set up and I want you to track all of the coins in there. Once you have the account there, you'll want to receive some coins into that account and that wallet. So you can just click on the receive tab right here on the left-hand side, click receive. Now what you want to do is choose the crypto that you want to actually receive because you're going to get the wallet address right here. Now in the hardware wallet, make sure that you're in the application on the hardware wallet before you press continue here. So you can do that simply by going over to the picture of the app and clicking both buttons, and now you're in the Bitcoin app in this instance, and you're going to need to be in that before you continue through. Now we're going to press continue. It's going to load up, and in the actual hardware wallet, it's going to confirm that you're in the Bitcoin app and it's going to read your address. As you can see here, it gives me my Bitcoin address. This is obviously the address that I'm going to send coins to. So if you've got coins on Binance or exchanges or anywhere else, this is obviously the address that you're going to want to send to. What you need to do as well is just confirm on both Ledger Live and the hardware wallet that the address is exactly the same. This is really good for just checking that you've got the right address and there's no funny business going on. But what you can see down here is verify that the shared address exactly matches. When you press that and press approve, what happens on the Ledger Live is that it goes away. It's actually slightly frustrating because sometimes you can press approve and then the thing goes away and you haven't copied the address yet. So just to keep that in mind. But what this is for really is just confirming that the Ledger Live address and the hardware wallet address are exactly the same. But once you've got that address, you can basically copy that and paste it around and show it around to people that you want to actually send you Bitcoin. Sending coins needs to be confirmed on the hardware wallet as well. Every time that you interact, you need to confirm it on the hardware wallet. So we're going to go over to send. Then you're going to need the address down here, the recipient address, whether that's, an exchange because you want to sell some or you want to send it to a friend. Click the recipient address, click continue, and then put the amount in, as you can see, number 2, summary right here. And then you're going to have to confirm on the device. It's going to confirm the address that you're sending to, the amount and everything like that. It's just going to say confirm or approve. And then you just click through to approve, press both of the buttons to approve, and that will go through on the blockchain. That is a blockchain transaction, so you're going to have to pay some blockchain fees for that. The portfolio tab on Ledger Live is a great way to keep track of the coins that you have in your wallet. But if you use DeFi and you actually have coins tied up in DeFi, it won't be able to track them. So what you can see for me is that all the coins that I have just sitting in a wallet, not doing anything, it's got those in my portfolio, and it gives me, a running P&L on balance. If we come down a little bit as well, you can see the latest operations. That's going to tell you every interaction that you've had, everything you've sent and received or signed, or transactions, and how much you've paid in fees. It's all going to be there. Like I said, if you have coins that are actually tied up in DeFi, for example, you're lending some coins out on Aave, or you've got TVL tied up somewhere else, it won't be able to see them in your wallet and it won't show them as a balance. You can swap directly in the app as well, so I'll quickly show you that. This is actually pretty good if you click on swap. They've actually teamed up with FTX. FTX are a really low-cost exchange. So what you can do is just choose the 2 assets that you want to sell. So I'm just going to sell 1 BTC into Ethereum. You can see the FTX logo right here. So they've recently teamed up with FTX. Now what happens here is that you do send the Bitcoin over the blockchain into FTX. FTX then swap it for you and then send it back out into the other crypto. I think this is pretty good. You do need an FTX account though, and you need to log in through Ledger Live. I'll leave some links to FTX US and FTX Worldwide in the description. I use FTX. They're a great exchange. They're very cheap, but you do have to send the crypto in first. It's all done in the Ledger Live app though. So pretty cheap fees, and you can swap anything, which is pretty good. But obviously you can use decentralized exchanges as well with Ledger Live and MetaMask, which I'll get onto in a second. If you have the Ledger Nano X, you can link it up with your phone via Bluetooth. If you have the S, you can't do this. There's no Bluetooth, but you can still link up the devices and get all of your balances on your Ledger device. So I'll quickly show you this. Obviously download the application, make sure it's the right one. There's no kind of fakes out there. Then on the right hand side, go to My Ledger. You can see that you can select your device via Bluetooth, and I've got this set up already. Just click pair with Bluetooth, make sure Bluetooth is on in your phone, and it's going to go and search for your Ledger Nano X. One of the main things is if it doesn't find your Ledger Nano X, just turn the device off and then turn it on again, because that's when it's going to kind of boot up the Bluetooth to be able to be found. So once you have that set up, it's just going to go through that process. You'll have to confirm to make sure you've got the same codes on both the device and the app, and then it's going to link it up for you. So if you have the Ledger Nano X, what you can actually do is link it up via Bluetooth, and you can use and send transactions from your Ledger Live wallet app in your phone, and then confirm it on your Ledger device via Bluetooth, and so you don't need that cable, which is pretty good. What you're going to want to do though, to make things really easy, is add your Ledger Live from your computer into your app. So I'll show you how to do that. You need to go to the left hand side and press wallet, and it may not be loaded up here. You may not see anything. Mine's obviously imported already. Then what we can do is go down. You're going to want to go all the way down to add more. You can see this button here, and just click that. That will be obviously really in the main place if you don't have anything in here already. Then you can put import from desktop. So you're going to want to click this. If you click this, it's going to open up your camera, as you can see here, and you'll need to scan a QR code. What you want to do is go over to your Ledger Live application, go over to the settings, which is in the top right-hand corner, click on settings, and then go over to accounts right here. On accounts, you're going to have to click export on the right hand side. It's going to come up with a QR code, and then just literally scan the QR code from your phone. It's going to take a little while to go, but what that is going to do is going to kind of input all of your settings and all of your accounts from your Ledger Live desktop into your application. Seems a little bit strange to do it this way, but it's actually the quickest and kind of most robust way of doing it, making sure that everything's the same across both of the applications. Now we can set Ledger up with MetaMask. So many people do this. You get the security of your hardware wallet, but you can interact with DeFi because everything supports MetaMask. So if you don't know what MetaMask is or how to use it, I'll leave that guide in the description. It goes step by step through getting it downloaded and setting it up. It's actually fairly straightforward. But what you need to do is obviously add your Ledger device as an account on here so you can see all the balances and spend them. Come up to the right-hand side and click on this. Then just go down to Connect Hardware Wallet. Click the wallet that you have. It's got 4 options here. Plug in the wallet. Now make sure the wallet is plugged in and also that you're in the Ethereum application. So you have that in because you want to do this on Ethereum mainnet first. And actually once you've done it on the Ethereum mainnet, it will be there for all of the other networks that you want to add, like Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche C Chain, and things like that. So press continue. Then it will show ways to connect a device. You can see that up here. Nano X is already paired for me, but you'll just have to pair this. It's very simple. Just press connect and it will go through. You might see a bunch of different Ethereum addresses here, which is totally normal. Just add the ones that you want to use. Mostly if you're brand new, just click on the top one. That's going to be the main wallet that you're going to want to add. And just click on select account, click unlock like that, and it'll add that to your MetaMask. You may also have to turn on blind signing as well. You should do that. Blind signing is just where you're giving the Ledger device kind of the okay to send transactions and sign transactions, which is actually going through with the transaction. Now, Ledger have added a really good feature, which is not blind signing anymore. So it takes the transaction hash, which is just, nonsense, and it turns it into English, and it tells you what it's doing, like interact with the Uniswap protocol to swap Ethereum for USDT. It's going to tell you in English, but yeah, blind signing for most things is on, but that is changing over time though, so you can actually read it. But just unlock it and add it as an account right here, and that will be done. You can do that for the one Ethereum address, and it's going to work across all different networks. So if you had a bunch set up in MetaMask, you come up here, you can see you've got your hot wallet. You can add multiple Ledger devices and wallet addresses, and then you can obviously set up all your different networks here as well. All you have to do when you're using your Ledger device right here is make sure it's plugged in when you want to sign the transaction. You can use MetaMask just as normal, but when you press confirm to send the transaction, it's going to come up on your device and say, do you want to sign the transaction? You'll have to flick through about 5 screens and then press it to accept. You also have to make sure that you're in the correct application for the blockchain that you're using. So if you're in Binance Smart Chain up here, then you have to make sure that you're in the Binance Smart Chain application on your Ledger device. I'll leave the link to the official Ledger shop in the description. You need the official site there because this is really important stuff. Other than that, some other helpful videos are all down there as well for you. I'm James, this is MoneyTG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.